Shalom. Okay. Shalom. All right, shalom. So, all right, shalom, shalom. All right, before we get going into tonight's live class, live lesson, live stream, we're going to give our honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, the name of the Son, our double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostles, slave Lord, and strong those of the GMS church, on down to the rest that's maybe out here under the same doctrine, um, to the onward to the men here, brothers here in this congregation that's in the order, giving all diligence and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom, and to the rest of the Akim, the elder Akim, teaching also on down to the younger Akim as well, and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom, and to the rest of you believers, you've been women and children, and on this faith as well. Yahweh Bashman Shai, Shalom, ultimately to the elect, those that's about to go on to be found to happen in the house of David. That's going on to be found to happen in the house of David. So, back with another live stream, live lesson. Just going into some things, and pretty much the title you see is the greatest trick. The greatest trick, which I'm in debate about if it might be a continuous thing gone into, but the greatest tricks the devil ever pulled. This is a quote from a man named Charles, which we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up real quick. Okay. By Edomite, devil himself. But anyway, in the flesh. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And that's and we know that's good on the so-called white man, but as I said, the quote is from a man named Charles Baudelaire, and it says it was quoted. It says the 1995 movie The Usual Suspects contains a memorable line spoken by a guileful, you don't get that word, I'll read on, character by a guileful character about the existence or non-existence of the devil. Okay? And guileful. Having or showing cunning intelligence. So this is a quote made by someone devilish, basically. Someone that was artful, beguiling, cagey, devious themselves, ingenious, deceptive. And that's what devil means. It goes into deceiving, deception. That's what the devil deals with. He's the devil because he deceives the whole world, which is really going to be the focus tonight. And we got scriptures we can throw them up, bring them out. But I'm going to grab this real quick. This is Revelation 12, Revelation 12 and Salaki. Oh, Salaki, I'm in 13. Revelation 12 and 9. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Because that's what devil goes into. That's what devil ultimately means. You know, I'm gonna pull it up really quick. All right, Revelation chapter. And we're gonna jump down the red dragon. Satan is what all this is dealing with, going into. All right, and we're gonna scroll in, zoom in. We're gonna go to the ninth verse. Okay, and we're going to go to that word. Devil, diabolos in the Greek. Okay, and it means what? False accuser, so a liar. It says applied to a man. So this is dealing with a man on earth. So, which is what we're going to be dealing with. This is so-called white man. It says, who by opposing the cause of God may be said, and this what makes him the devil, because he's opposing the cause of the Heavenly Father, the Most High, who people know as God, Yahweh, and in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shah, who people know as Jesus Christ, all due to Him. This is why he's called the devil. But he has people thinking, pretty much he got people not knowing that. He got people thinking, the so-called white people, so-called white people, but so-called white man, he has people thinking everything he does is not in regards to that, basically. It's not in regards to that. If people only knew, you know, they've heard, but but whole point, it says, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Okay? So, false accuser. All right, we're going to jump down. He's a slanderer. He's a slanderer. Okay? So, what we're going to do is, we're going to get that word slanderer real quick. A detractor. Heavy word right there. He's a detractor. We're going to get that word detractor. Detractor. A person who disparages someone or something. What's in there? Really, you can use this. He's somebody that discredits something. He discredits something, which is what it is. It says a person who tries to take away the quality or sloppy value or reputation of someone or something. That's really what he's trying to do with the Most High, and he does that all the time. The so-called white man. He even does that when people expose him, which is what we're going to be dealing with tonight. You know, he detracts our people from knowing these things, the reality of the matter. That's what this nigga does, man. That's what the devil. That's what the devil. That's what the devil do. You know, that's what the devil do. And this is said to once again be applied to going back a man. You know, because it says verse 9, Revelation 12, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, deceived the whole world, the whole world, the whole world, and that synonymous with what? That quote. It says, or the quote is synonymous with the scripture. So that is true. It says he was cast out into, because it's true, because it says he was cast out into the earth and his angels were cast out with him. So it's going back to a man, which takes you back to the quote. It says, your quote investigated the 1995 movie Usual Suspects contains a memorable line spoken by a guileful character about the existence or non-existence of the devil, which is what the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And it says apparently the prominent French literary figure Charles Baudelaire said something similar. Would you please explore the same? Quote investigator Charles Baudelaire did write a story that appeared in the Paris newspaper Le Figaro. Okay, Le Figaro in 1864 that included a comparable statement. The precise citation is further given. It says an interesting precursors occurred even earlier. For example, the 1836 book Quakerism Examined by John Wilkinson contained the following emphasis added to the excerpt by source by what? It says, okay, so it says by John Wilkinson contained the following emphasis added to excerpts by, so it's an excerpt from this, a letter that he, it says in a reply to the letter of Samuel Tuke by John Wilkinson in chapter 4. And then it goes on and it gives it to you. If I just pull it up. But matter of fact, before we do that, we don't believe it. It says, one, this is the excerpt. It says, one of the artifices of Satan is to induce men. That's what he said. One of the artifices, the creations, you know, the craftsmanship of Satan. One of the artifices of Satan is to induce men to believe that he does not exist. Another, perhaps equally fatal, it says, is to make them fancy that he is obliged to stand quietly by and not to meddle with them if they get into true silence. So these are some interesting things, which we'll probably come back to this article, but pretty much that's just giving some history on it and showing that we're in a world where the people that's really paying attention, they really know that's what's going on. You know, we are completely in a world of detraction. You're in a world where that's ran by a man, being the so-called white man, where the methods of him is completely methods of detracting, which we went into, which is pretty much to take away from something, downplay something. This nigga a damn devil. And then this is seen really damn near in everything. And one of the main things, like I said, I can't decide if this is going to be a series, like a continuating thing, because there's a lot of tricks that the devil pulls, you know. But the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is pull it back up. It says convincing the world he didn't exist. And when you look at that, you can really I added tricks to it if you ain't noticed, because he got a lot of tricks, and one of the tricks we're gonna be going into tonight is he convinced the world that he didn't exist, but we're pretty much subtitle hyper focus being what the starhood. How did he do this? Starhood. What you can deem as being a celebrity, celebritism. You know, you call it the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it. But that's pretty much what we're going to be dealing with, you know, tonight. And I got a few things pulled up, and that's what really went on with this whole situation. You know, this goddamn. You got something?
We can keep moving, brother.
That's what went on with this Chris Rock, you know, Will Smith thing. You know, that was a devilish. That was a moment of the devil being the devil, completely. Because here you are at the Oscars where people get awarded for being great actors. You know, which is pretty much actors are pretty much in moments of when they're completely detracting. They're detracting you from the fact that this ain't really real and this is a whole person named this. If they're good at it. Pretty much being a goddamn devil, man. You know, because when you go into this word, when you go into that word actor, it takes you back to I forget, we went to this before. Okay. Actor. As a we're gonna get acting because we ain't dealing with the acting as a I mean, you could say we're dealing with it as you know people that do it. You got both men and women that deal with it. You know that could take this up. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna get acting. What does the acting look like to you? And they change stuff on here too. It says, abnormal behavior caused by unconscious influences, which that go into a whole other thing. That's powerful, you know. But I ain't trying to go into that really, because those actors, in order for them to be good at it, they have demons put on them. You know, they got demons on them. That's how they do it. So, but I just want to get simply where acting goes back to. Let me see. Perform as an actor. To act out, acting. Okay, there's a verb here. Acting, verb. Force. Lead. Unconscious impulses or desires. I forget. It'll come back to me. What it. Oh, was it from a psychiatric sense? Damn, I forgot what it was. But the elder apostle Ricard, he had mentioned it too. He mentioned it like the other night. He was going into that. Well, he ain't go. He kind of went to it. But he mentioned it, I should say. But yeah, I forget what to go back into. But the whole point is what? Here it is. You got the world of actors, right? In a moment where they're getting rewarded for, you know, how well they can detract you from the fact that ain't none of this shit real, you know? And then that go into entertainment, which is a distraction, you know? Let's get the word entertainment, you know? So you got people that forget that. So here it is, Esau. He got everybody to tear from that fact in itself, just off the fact that you basically watching people be rewarded for not being who they really are. You know, basically, you know, detracting, basically deceiving. And then you got people who not even realizing that these people are being rewarded for this. This is a war show of people that's elite at this. They're elite at this. And then the man that set up that world, he the devil himself. This man the devil himself. And these people, you got people thinking that this thing is real. You know? Not knowing, the whole point of the topic tonight, not knowing that because they think, oh, like when all of the stuff came out with Will Smith, his mural, he got a mural. They gave this nigga a damn mural, man. And this is why niggas don't see it. This nigga got a damn mural. This dude got a mural. Will Smith. This nigga got a mural in West Philly, man. See that? Will Smith mural. It come up like it's a damn. It's on Google.
Wow.
With some damn Jordan 3s on. And I ain't painted this. That's somewhere else. But hyper focus in. Hey, look at this, man. Then there goes his mom. This is in West Philly. No. Go back. Hold on. All right, we gotta get the shoes. Yeah, West Philly, man. They got a whole mural. And it's been up. This was up before. That's how you know, man. This is how you know. Look at that.
Yeah.
In West Philly. Got some damn Jordan 3s on, man. Some damn, you know, here goes a good picture. I believe my favorite spot. Okay, here you go. Yeah. So you got Jake's, you got reasoning like this to why Jake's can't see this. And a better expression of that is seen right here in his mom. That's his mom. You know? That's Will Smith's mom. But the reason why Jake caught up in that and Jake can't see that this is how can I say this? This is crazy. Because of all of this, man, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is making the world think he don't exist. Because you're in a world where, oh, my baby made it. Oh, you can make it. You just gotta work hard. Like he basically, this mural is the sentiment of it is, you know, you work hard, you can do it too. You know, you can, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't sell out or nothing. They got him painted up there like he's still one of them. Not knowing this nigga sold out. This nigga Will Smith a goddamn sodomite, man. I forgot about that shit. This nigga was in the movie. Let me pull that up, man. If you got something, bring it up. You know, just driving these points home real quick. Then we're gonna tie it on up. You know? He was in that damn movie. Yeah, 6 degrees of separation, man. It should come. The scene should come straight up, you know? You know, look at this. It comes straight up. They was like the scene hella homo. Like he was like on top of him, like, you know, his ass is out. Like, you know?
Man.
Like for real, they did like that shit. This shit real. You know? Come on, man. Whole time. And see, people, they still under the guise of this though. You know? Hold on. They still under the guise. You got something?
Yeah, I'll bring this out real quick.
Go ahead.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14. And no marvel, matter of fact, let me see. Yep, that's a good part. So 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And there's
Go ahead. You got it.
yeah, there's many ways you can go into this, but you know, there's no marvel here. Like this definitely the works of Satan here. You know, this the devil in action.
You
And
said it again?
say it again.
No, I said say it again.
Yeah, I say this is definitely the works of Satan right here. This is the devil at work, you know, through this man. And it says, no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. You know, so these people, they look glorious. You know, his mama's sitting there like the brother, you know, saying like she's sitting there like my son made it, he did it the right way, but people don't understand, like, you know, this man he's whole gone. You know, he's on the complete other side, you know?
Yeah, and that's going into really, you know, the goddamn ministry. You know, that's why I say this could continue. You know, the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled, man. You know, this man got people thinking he one of the angels. You know, he's of the angels, painting the angels to look like him and stuff like that. That's what that one's so going into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, the nigga deceived the whole world in so many ways, man. You know, this is one of the greatest tricks of the devil. Is convincing. It's using methods like this, even that, to show the world, to basically not get people to see what's really going on. I mean, look at how crazy that's like. It's so simple, but it's like, I can't even say it's deep, but it kind of is. It's like, nigga, this is the Oscars. These niggas is getting rewarded for being elite at deceiving niggas from what's going on. And you got people that won't see it because he set that up so people won't see what's going on. You know, like he worked hard. Will Smith, I get Will Smith to believe he worked hard, even though when he get over here, because he thought that probably before he got to Hollywood. And then he got there and they like ran another script on him, like, and then he did it. He went through with it. Matter of fact, they talk about that, and that's what a lot of these Israelites go through. I got something real quick. This is Hosea 4. And I'm gonna start at 7. It says, you know, I'm gonna start at 1 and I'm gonna jump to 7. It says, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashar Shai, you children of Israel, for the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. Right? And the Most High, he wants us to know what? That the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Israelites, that the devil exists. He's deceiving everybody, man. You know? And you're getting got by his deceptions, his methods of detraction, you know, detracting, his methods of being the devil, right? So when you jump to the point, this is verse 7, as they were increased, as they, meaning the Israelites, were increased, meaning came up, got gained, you know, made something out of themselves in this world. It says, so they sinned against me. So in order to increase in this world, the Lord basically saying, the Lord saying, Jake going the hell off to do it. And we know this dude's saying to do it. Like the brother put on there, I think he mentioned something about Jaden Smith. Yeah, he saw this damn son out on that couch, man. You know, but anyway, it says, so they sinned against me. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. And that means he's sinning a whole lot. It said, the Lord said, as they increased, so they sinned against me. So this nigga got a mural. So imagine how much sin that this nigga racked up in order to get on that level. It says, therefore will I change their glory into shame. And that's exactly what's coming out right now, man. This nigga is not nothing to glory. He's not glorious, bro. He's not glorious. This dude is a damn side, man. You know, you can see it. Look at these mugs. You know? Come on, man. They had their way with dude, bro. You know? You can watch the scene yourself. I'm talking about they like, he was like whole, you know?
It's right at the top of the movie too.
Huh?
I said that scene like right at the top of the movie. So
Yeah,
then like you gotta even search for it. It's there.
it's crazy, man. But yeah, the eight. So the Lord said he was gonna change their, because in order for him to get in the movie, look what he had to do. Look what he had to do. So even if you didn't want to believe they do these things behind scenes, was on the screen. How about that? That was a part of the script, and he did it. And he definitely covering himself up, both of them, because they have nothing on. He was on top of him. And when she came in, you know, he had to get up and hurry up and turn around, like, you know, like I'm telling you, like the scene's so graphic, like you can see dude shit, like the Edomite, like a little bit, man. Y'all remember, you know, because I studied them left hand side, man. This Illuminati shit, that's like one of the first things. That's some of the heaviest stuff you got to learn, so you can really separate from this world, because you covered it, you surrounded by this eye everywhere you look, man. It's bigger than just Illuminati. Like, nah, it's like it's detailed. It's like this stuff it ain't just shallowly. It's just the Illuminati. Nah, it's rituals, it's codes, is you know, prophecies. You know, it's niggas that sold out. There's all type of stuff, man. You know, so the reason why people can't see these things is because it's labeled to them as a movie, as hard work, as, oh, he's an actor. They're just acting. No. And then they get a reward for doing these things. Going back here, they get a reward for doing these things, man. So to where it really looked like they damn, like they basically, no, y'all tripping. They working hard, bro. No, that's one of the, you know. So that's it. Let's see what brothers got on the comment board real quick, because it ain't gonna go too deep. We're gonna bring out a couple more things. Yeah, Con. This man turned out his own son and was on that Lolita Express with Epstein and them. Man, this dude did a whole bunch of stuff, man. You know, he was kissing his son on the lips. You know, on them. And we got something going into that. I think that's on here. If you brothers ain't never seen this site, check this site out. You know, outthebellyofthebeast.org. I'll just read a little bit of this top part. It says, this is a simple crash course and a quick and easy learning of basic facts, providing documentation, historical facts, the Bible, and more to reveal this current world you're living in. And that word revealed is what revelation means. And the Lord wants the devil to be revealed, which is why the devil is being talked about in Revelation. You know, as deceiving the whole world. You know, it says the world, this current world you're living in, to reveal that this current world you're living in has in fact been influenced, consumed by the beast-like country called America. America's the whore. America's the whore, and the beast is the whole system, really, you know, by other so-called white man. But anyway, ain't none of this stuff coincidence, man. It's like hella zoomed in, but you got Tom Cruise up here doing it, Ben Stiller, Al Sharpton, Warren Buffett, Denzel Washington. This is what we're going into tonight. The entertainment world, starhood. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he didn't exist. And it was through means of this. People work hard and they sell, you know, them working hard to other people. People work hard, and I create areas where they want to apply their efforts, where they want to reap on certain efforts. If they want to be an actor, you know, I give them. They want to be a singer, you know, in the entertainment business, a comedian. I give them this, you know. And before all of these people knew, got involved in any of this stuff, a lot of them probably didn't know. Some of them grew up in the industry and may have got schooled on it, but a lot of them didn't. They don't find out till they get on that side, and over to that side. And that whole time they deceived on thinking the devil don't exist. Because nobody from that side allowed to tell you nothing. You know, you just got gatekeepers and stuff like that. So if like it was somebody before Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington couldn't get put on that by whoever that was. He had to just go and find out. But when he was in the process of going to find out, you know, basically reaping off his talent, was told to us to be known as talent, using your talents, your God-given talents, and all this other stuff. And that's so crazy because them not even the talents. You know what I'm saying? Like those the talents come from the scriptures. Talents is literal money. So it's just so funny how they flipped that. You know, we got you growing up, you know, but point being, while he was in the process of going to reap on his talents, right? He was under the guise that the devil don't exist. Right? Because it's like, how can I say this, man? Like, they can put, like, on a visual level, everything is on the up and up, like a job. You know, you're supposed to go to a job and get paid, you know? So you would never expect, you probably never even went through that either. But imagine if you went to a job, you worked for like 2 weeks and they didn't pay you, and they told you they was gonna pay you the next week. And then you found out, you know, they were lying to you because they didn't pay you the next pay period either. Then you find out you were part of this whole, you know, this whole damn system where you can't get out, you can't tell nobody nothing or anything, and now you forced to shut up. And that's so crazy because that's the case for a lot of them. A lot of them broke. A lot of these celebrities broke as hell. You wouldn't even know it. They ain't got no money. You can listen to all. I could pull up videos of TLC talking about it. They ain't had no money. Was that TL? It's the group with Chili and yeah. It was at the damn one of the award shows. Niggas at them award shows broke as hell. That's literally like the example I'm giving. Literally go on though. But like, say that really happened to you on a job, and you know after a month they told you better not say nothing. You can't say nothing. You can't go and tell nobody nothing. But you had this big building that set up that looked by the so-called white man that basically looked like business is going on, people working. You know what I'm saying? Work is being done. People, you know, giving their labor, bringing their services for, you know, to exchange, you know, get some money. And people ride past like, yeah, America fine. But the whole time, if you was really on the inside of a lot of these big ass companies or on that building, you know, you would be shot. But to keep it simple, you locked in and can't tell nobody that, but they still got this whole business rolling. There's more people coming in and they falling victim to that. And that's one of the and that's when you find out the devil real, man. So these things set up like everything on the up and up that is used, which are things that are of the up and up, and they being used to deceive people like they're on the up and up, right? They're not even on the up and up. That's just one of the tactics the devil used to deceive every goddamn body. That's really what this nigga doing though. Like that, like the example I'm giving through the spirit is literally what go on over there, man. You know, I should play that damn video. Matter of fact, let me play that video, man. Because they did tell you better than I can. You got something?
Lie.
Okay, God. Yeah, see. Look, it comes straight up. It say they broke. TLC, yep, this is it. Let's hit play. Hello, everybody. How y'all? Look, they had an award show. It's like the music form of the Oscars, right? And then I want to do a lesson on that. That's a whole other thing, though, you know. But they got the award, something shows, something shiny. Then they say all that good ain't the same. Don't the saying go all that glitter ain't gold, you know. And then for work, those Oscars, it cost them. Them Oscars only cost them $400 to make. Yeah, them Oscars.
Yeah,
But they get value. So like, let me put this brother. Let me put this brother. Comment down. But anyway, like, what the hell? Okay, yeah, they value them at a whole nother price though. They could be like damn near 100,000 depending on who it is, which makes sense, you know. But them things don't cost nothing for them to make. They hustling everybody.
I can say this: everything's not going the way we so-called quote unquote would want it to be or how it should be. But regardless, we're not gonna let anybody hold us down. This proves it, and
see,
we've done good.
Stupid, dumb. I mean, this is literally what I was saying.
We going on tour.
And when they go on tour, that's the only way they can make money. You know, that's why these artists be touring so much because they don't see no money. A lot of those, it's like they basically they're a contractor. You know, the artist is hired as a contractor to come in by somebody that pays them to fix something. You know, a contractor. You know, and they able to make some little pocket money like that. You know. And that's basically it. But besides that, these ones be broke, man. And then you gotta think if you're in a group, you gotta split that.
Yeah. And then if I could today, they got the 360 deals.
Well, that's a whole other thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to speak on it, you know, you got it.
Yeah, not to go too deep into it, but the fact is, like now with them kind of deals, they not even making that much money off of touring. They getting pretty much. They getting pinched out of everything they do.
Yeah, so you say that. Since you say that, I got a scripture. This is Proverbs 22:7. It says, "The rich rule over the poor." And most of these artists come in poor, and the rich will be those that sign in the arts. These fake ass Jews, so-called white men, the devil, right? So it says the rich ruleth over the poor. How? It says, and the borrower is servant to the lender because they give them contracts of pretty much them borrowing, right? Them lending to them. But whole time is they're just borrowing it. You can't, and now you're a slave. You see, now you're a servant because you can't pay something back you don't have. If they sign you, the rich to bring TLC and the fake dudes, so-called white man, the devil, we bring them in, he sign them, he give them like say 500,000, you know, $1 million or whatever, right? That's them lending, right? The company fake dude, the devil, that's him being a lender, and then the dumb, they would be the borrower. And they lock them into making sure they get the money back by putting them on contract. You know? And if, like, say, well, you just don't got to do it. Because it's, you know, not to go so deep into it, but say you don't want to do it. Well, they can shelf you. And now they own you. And now you can't go make any money off your, this is what they be complaining about when they on these record deals and they sitting and you gonna see your favorite artist. I wonder what happened to such and such. She disappeared because she wasn't with that shit and when she couldn't pay that money back. That's how they do it. And they end up shelving them because they sign themselves over. So now they're their property. So they can't go make no money anywhere else. And this is how the devil will ensure he gets money back. Because he's like, okay, if you don't want to work, you just ain't gonna make no money. I own you now. Like the scripture says, there be some that while they live, they cast it away their vows. And they can, a lot of them just be contract illiterate, you know, so they don't be knowing this stuff. But pretty much, you either are going to get up and try to recoup the money, make the money back to pay them back, right? Or you're not going to do that and you're going to give them the money back, right? But I'm going to come back to that point. Remember that. Or you're going to not do it because you're like, no, that's some bullshit. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that, right? Before even getting into all the sacrificial stuff, right? If you don't do that, now you're going to sit and you can't make no money, period. And now they too embarrassed to go back and work at a Walmart or something like that. And then they garnish their money like that because your name on contract. This shit real. But this is how the devil get them. When they give them that money, that's a borrow. That's a front, hence an advancement. For however much. They can't pocket any money till they pay that back. So everything they do that will gross however much goes straight to them. Now this is the catch. Let me grab this scripture. This is Salakia. Let me see. I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 23. It's like 23 and 19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury. What's a modern word for usury? Interest. So not only do they gotta pay back, right? They setting them up to pay them back and own them. They setting them up to own them, really. Right? Because this is how they make money. They know these days gonna make a lot of money. But they'll put a percentage on it. And that percentage can probably be whatever they might make for the next 3 years. So they paying all Esau bills, and then that gives Esau more money than he's supposed to be getting. But now he got all that money, and he can take that money and go buy other shit. It's like, flip, he can take that extra money he getting off of them through that interest and make other money. It takes money to make money. So this is how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, simply through these contracts. But it says, thou shalt not lend upon usury. Another word, once again, is interest. That's how they get them. It says, to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. So they only give them that money to make money off of that. Verse 20, unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury. And they know that's how it goes. We just can't, this is a law for us that we can't do to each other, but we can do that to Esau. So this is how, that's the whole loan shit. They get all that from us, man. And they know, and this is how you make money. It says, but unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury, that the Lord Yahweh, thy power of God may bless thee in all that thou settest thine hand into in the land whether thou goest to possess. And that's another reason why they won't let our people own companies. Because if we own companies, we can start loaning out to people. But they ain't gonna let us get to that point. So instead, we always in position to be the borrower. But this is basically what they fell victim to say the least. They fell victim to one of those contracts. When they sign those contracts, it's a contract of them being lended to. They'll sign just to get out of the situation they're in, but then say they don't want to sit down. They're going to try to actually go and basically beat the deal, which is kind of hard to do. Because you'll probably get damn near break down and get sick before you. I know plenty of you probably out there know about credit card bills, certain bills with interest and stuff like that, how long it take, a car note. This shit worse than that. This is worse than that. But whole time, when you see these artists, they don't be having no money. All Jake curse. So most of these Israelites you see with money, they don't really got money unless they on a real diabolical level. Like a Jay-Z. That's when all the sacrifice stuff come in. And then Jay-Z, he like the ultimate supplanter, so it ain't that many Jakes that's good at that. But like I said, most of these Jakes, all these Jakes curse, so ain't no way they really making money. And when you see them, what they doing is they trying to recoup the money back. But they can't. I mean, they recouping it back, but in the process of that, they're broke because everything they make go to them. Why do you think they be like when they on the road, they not eating, they not doing? Why y'all not eating? Because they trying to save up money and actually get rich how you see them. All the clothes is given to them, man. They style. That's you know. And then whatever else they charge to the label, the damn label, just add it to their bill. And that's just what the fucking be going on. So let me just hit play. Let them see. And to cap the brother point off, to say the least on it, the 360 deal worse than that because everything they go back around to them. And basically everything that you do, that's the only deals that these labels are signing. They call 360 deals. Everything, they basically get a whole, they touch every piece of the pie. That's basically it in a nutshell, including touring, including tour merch, including all, that's how they make money. It's just that simple. You know, but see, they got everybody glamorized and lost in the sauce with, you know, oh, Star, they taking care of everybody, loves them. No, these people really they hardworking people. Exactly. They probably working harder than most niggas at 9 to 5.
If I could.
Huh?
I said if I could.
Go ahead.
You hear a lot of them say that. Like they say they work hard. They not, you know, a lot of them not stunting when they say that. They really out there grinding, trying to get out of that job, really. Because you gotta think it ain't nothing to give a celebrity a car, you know, because they got to keep the look up. So they have the house, they have the crib to walk through, but they don't own none of these things.
Yeah, I mean, not to get all into that point, because the point is showing you what the devil is what. But that's true. Showing you the devil has proved that it's proven that the devil has made everybody think he don't exist through these fucking guys. Hell, these niggas, man. You know, because these niggas is they pretty really like we gonna get Isaiah 25:7. They're a part of the fabric that covering cast. They're patches of the cover. You know, they're pieces of the veil that's cast over the whole earth. So the healthy, meaning they're the reason why everybody can't see. These niggas know what they get into before they sign them goddamn deals, man. We go into the sacrifice part with Ali Vegas. Most of these niggas get invited to parties, all type of bullshit, man. But like I said, not to go into that, it's really about the devil. But I'm gonna just hit play.
I'll tell it. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything anymore. We've been quiet long enough. Can I get an amen?
See?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. We are the biggest selling female group ever. 10 million albums worldwide.
So if you sell listen to how crazy that sounds. 10 million albums worldwide. So you could just charge $1 for every album. That's $10 million. But you know, more than likely that album was what, $10, $13. They sold 10 million of them. So you do the math. Now listen to what they say.
Very hard. We have been in this business for 5 years, and we are broke can be. And we're not like trying to be a sad story. If that was the case, we would have been on everybody's talk show talking about how broke we are. We haven't done that. I know it's hard to believe because we've sold so many albums, but it is possible. That's the deal here. So, and we're not happy at all. But for real, tonight, this is all we wanted. We wanted to win a Grammy, at least one, and we won 2. And that proves that we are the jam. Julie, can you wait because I heard voted?
So that's basically the point. So that's why I say, see, that's why I say fuck these niggas, man. That's exactly why I just said this. You hear that stupid shit she just said? You know, this is why nobody know what the hell going on. So any damn way, you heard it yourself. All this shit. This is how the devil proved you he don't exist. Well, this is how he got people thinking he don't exist. People cheesing, black people got shiny shit, they teasing and holding, you know, that's some bull, man. I got some. This is Isaiah 66:4. It says, I will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and chose that which I delighted not. So everything the Lord said he has a problem with, he watched these jakes on the other side completely do. Like the scriptures talk about that in what's that? In the Apocrypha, how it says, I'll grab it real quick. This is Sirach. In the 23rd chapter, it says, I'm gonna start at 8. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? Right? Because the scriptures tell us how the Lord, because it's manifold. So one of the levels we're talking about on here is the spiritual level. So they breaking wedlock with the Lord, which we know is true, because the Lord said, I am married unto you, right? But anyway, and who? You so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, including the ones in these industries that, you know, that's in starhood, right? They got their starhood, right? A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? Will Smith, Chris Rock, all of them. I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me, like how they wear those black shades too, right? So all this denoting what? Pretty much not being able to be seen. You know, it's you know, it's closed off. It's undisclosed. It's not being, you know, put on the forefront. Not on the forefront. It says, "What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins." And they knowing they go off. How she got up there and say, "Amen, man." You know, it says, "Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts." So pretty much the Lord says what? He's saying what? Everything they do, we may not see, but he really watched them do that shit behind the scenes. He really the Lord sitting there watching it. Why you think the scriptures say the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and he will destroy it from off the face of the earth? And then it tells us in what Ephesians, the 4th chapter, I want to say that is. You know, if you want to get it, you can get it. It's Ephesians 4, and I want to say you start at 12. Oh man, that's heavy. Not 4 and 12. Is that Hebrews? No, it's not. It is Ephesians. Ephesians 5, and you can actually start at verse. The point is in 12. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna start at 1. You got it.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Be ye therefore followers of the Heavenly Father as dear children."
Right. Be followers of the Heavenly Father as dear children. We're supposed to follow our Father, man. You know, you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's what they're supposed to be doing. But what are they doing? They following the so-called white man, because he want to be Abba. He want to be the Father. He said he gonna sit on the throne. You know, and they think, and then a lot of them really think he is the Father, because he painted themselves, you know, to be the Father, to where no one can really see whole time he the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the Bible says something completely different. You know? But this the same nigga that gave us the Bible. So the way he taught us the Bible, or people the Bible initially, and the scriptures say, train up a child in the way he shall go, in the end he shall not depart from it. You know, but that ain't had nothing to do with the elect not coming out of that, right? So a lot of these jakes, they've been taught by their father, like Yahushua said. He said, you are of your father, the devil, for he abode not in the truth in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. So pretty much, they was taught the Bible incorrectly. They was taught the Bible in a way to where they're dealing. The way they was taught to deal with the Bible is not to read it, which is why the Bible not read in church. So nobody even really know. That's why it's heavy when we gotta actually read the Jake. He had hair like wool. Some be knowing it, but it's crazy how many don't. Because nobody read the Bible. That's how we was taught the Bible. That's how we was trained to go about the Bible. That's how all the pastors trained in seminary school to go about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So they like they follow the devil. That's who taught them. And they following the goddamn so-called white man. But you got it.
Okay. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 2. And walk in love, as a Mashiach also hath loved us.
Right.
And given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to the Heavenly Father for a sweet smelling savor.
Yeah, and see, Esau, he deal with sacrificing. So pretty much when we deal with this is how you this is how you offer up a sacrifice to, you know, appease, you know, the Almighty. But see, Esau used that same concept on the left-hand side. In order to keep a contract, in order to make it, you got to offer up a sacrifice. See that? But you can continue. You know?
Verse 3. It says, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness,
right.
let it not be once named among you.
See, and it's being named among you. It's being named among you. You know, you got it.
Yeah, as becoming saints.
Yeah, when the saints go marching in, they're not gonna go marching in, because most of the saints will be doing what the Lord told them not to do. They will have been in fornication and all uncleanness, and it will be able to be named among them. That's how we was able to pull up what the hell Will Smith ass was down here doing, man. What the fuck is this shit? What money? Come on, bro. What money? This shit off. He made, see, just because you get money for it and everybody applauds you, it make people think, including them, that ain't nothing wrong with it. This world tells you nothing wrong with it. But that's a complete case of the devil basically getting you, and you think nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And that's a complete case of what? You believing the devil basically convincing you that he don't exist. Oh, it's not such thing as the devil does it, you know. Remember I was talking to this damn chick, this little Israelite, and she was like, I forget what she said. I was talking about something. And I said something about the devil. She was like, you believe in that? She's like, the devil ain't real. She was like, something she said. I think I was telling her about the Lumen or some shit, you know. But she said something along those lines. She said the devil wasn't real. I was like, what the fuck is wrong? That shit was crazy. But anyway, I got something. This Isaiah 5:20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own sights and prudent in their own eyes and prudent in their own sights. So pretty much, shit, we read through. That's what's going on though. You know, you got people thinking bad stuff is okay. And it's to the point now, people have completely forgotten morals, and the Lord exists and commandments, and there's a such thing as a devil through these different things, through these different ways. Because if you pay somebody millions of dollars for doing stuff like this, and you get the world behind them and make people think, you know, they you know, with Esau deal with witchcraft. So a lot of they can simulate audiences and views and hits and all this other stuff. Just like a nigga can buy likes and all this other shit on YouTube or Facebook, whatever, Instagram. That's witchcraft. Esau do that, man. You know? But if you can pay somebody millions of dollars for doing something wicked, that's basically putting bitter for sweet or calling evil good. You know what I'm saying? And now they go on and think what they're doing is not really bad or not really evil. They think it's good. And now you are completely a case that proves the devil, one of the greatest tricks the devil ever pulled, man. It's convincing the world he don't exist. You know, you got Walasaki. I got one more. It says, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and mighty of strength, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Niggas like D Wade. I mean, this nigga D Wade, it's like this nigga really don't think the nigga, like, how did you niggas forget the Lord exists, bro? This nigga was just on TV. I mean, I gotta pull this nigga up, man. You can go ahead and keep reading, brother, because I don't want to spend too much time, you know.
Yeah, kind.
On
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 4, it says, neither filthiness, nor foolish talk, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous person, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of the Heavenly Father. Let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of the Heavenly Father upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the world, in the Lord.
What verse you in?
Verse 8.
Okay, hold on. Jump back to verse 6.
Fine. It's Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words.
See, there it is, the devil. So you got Jakes that's caught up in these different instances, and then did all these saints that's caught up in these things, you know, completely. I gotta find the one I'm talking about. Like the other night, this nigga was just on TV with his goddamn fingernails painted, man. You know, like it's new. This nigga, I ain't never even seen this. This nigga toes and shit painted. Lord said, "Sue yourself a man." You know, man, I gotta find. He was on the TV the other damn night. This nigga always doing this shit, man. Painting his damn toes and nails, and you know, man, I gotta find. He had a pink jacket on, man. You know, let me see. The brother that was going into this, and I ended up seeing it afterwards again. Let me see. What's that job called? You can read that verse one more time.
Yeah, kind. This is on the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of the Heavenly Father upon the children of disobedience.
Yeah, so the damn devil, man. So you've been deceived. I'm thinking that this stuff is cool, you know, and it's to the point now you think it's no judgment for this. That's what they think. I put in deceived. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. It's so much gay stuff going on with Jake. It's crazy. Let me see. I can't even. He had a pink ass. He had a pink. Matter of fact, here it is. Body how Lord see Lord like, nope, you gonna get him. Look at this nigga, bro. That nigga sweet as all get out, bro. Let me see. He got like his last few nails is painted. Hold on. This nigga Shaq, all these dudes. I gotta get his hands. You can just see this nigga sweet as hell, man. This nigga, he flamed. You know, he flamed. Then she bugged out. She got a wife, you know, with having a daughter, and she was married to Sheldon Williams, an NBA player. Like Jake just done. But to see people, this is what people see though. People see all this, and they think the devil don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like because, but the whole time these niggas broke. These niggas is abominations. They, you know, it's just all madness. I gotta find this nigga now. Let me see. I ain't knowing it like that. You just have to look it up yourself. The nigga. Matter of fact, I'll just play the video. Oh, it's sweet as hell, man. On TV with your fingernails painted. Your damn son
the younger generation? The coolest thing through Google is having this see what's in store option.
Damn sure, I ain't gonna
It'll
call
pop up
him.
and say, hey, this is
I ain't gonna call him Shim, because we similar.
And that is huge for us.
You know, he is damn sure.
Jack wearing a pink suit on Thursday. Possibly.
What
could it look like?
Look, don't come out passive now. We need 10 more.
Shaq getting ready to put. Oh, speaking of a pink suit.
Yeah, this is why America about to be destroyed, man. This stuff getting worse. This is Solomon Egypt for real, man.
Pretty and pink, shocking the internet. I just saw Shaq wearing Speedo. My eyes. This is the live reaction. Wait again. Candace was in a spit take.
And you know, I think that's probably his one of his sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's one.
The Eastern Conference is heating up. Welcome back. Here we go. The Heat are still in the 1 seed. They got a.
You can have disagreements, just like in the family.
Look,
but it's a
look at his pinkies.
Yes.
See that shit?
culture that sets that bar that the next day we go back to work.
And then, but his other ones, they ain't got color on them, but they got like that gloss.
But he's been on a championship team.
That gloss look on them or something.
Right? But as long as we go out on the court, we're on the same page. Like the
why you hide your finger,
we're
bro?
on the same page. We're on the
It's
same
like
page
this
of the
one
play
like
that we're
blue
running
or
and
something.
for purposes. I think that's where you're able to bounce back.
Yeah, you have to have the fundamentals as a team, and that's where the culture comes into play. So every organization can't have
Oh, there it is.
teams that have culture, that have fun.
Yeah, this nigga finger, man.
Yeah, you see him pink, yeah.
Nigga sweet. Look at this shit on this nigga neck, man. You know? They got it, man. I can't look at this thing no more. You know? That's what it is, man. Go ahead, finish, brother. You can jump to verse 12. That's all good.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 12, it says.
Sorry, 11. Salaki.
Yeah, kind. Verse 11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
So they in darkness, man. And that's why they think they can they doing a lot of dark stuff because they in darkness. Esau ain't putting nothing out on them until they get out of line and they gotta, get to saying they crazy. And then some, notice everybody that was like big in the industry like Chingy. Chingy he had hits. You know what I'm saying? He had hits. He sold a lot of records. Didn't Chingy have a training report come out on him?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's when that stuff, the shit that going on their side, that's when they come out on their ass, man. Everybody that, niggas get involved in some type of, when they can use you, but it's just funny how that works. Just pay attention to that stream, man, that pattern. It's just a continuous pattern. He ready to break away. Now some trainee coming out talking about he used to mess with him or something. And he could have did that to get on him. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just funny. Don't let it come out on these dudes when they completely fully participate. But when they, when some do come out is when they not around or they like separated from the industry or something like that. That's how you know, man. You know, and then they don't just be no any old body that stuff come out on. You know, and the tabloids go crazy. You know, then after that, Chingy will come out and confess he Hebrew Israelite. You know, what you got?
Kind. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Yep, there it is. It's a shame to speak of those things done of them in secret, man. And that's dealing with these Jakes. You know, that's dealing with the stuff that Jake do in secret, man. Because really that's going into the church. But see, the Jakes that was going off was getting into other practices, or they was in cahoots with the other heathens. The Jakes that was going off in the church. There was, you know, it was a lot of practices that was works of the heathens being done in the churches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you had Israelites that the other circumcised, like the Pharisees, that was basically completely working with the so-called white man. They were working with the state. They was working with, you know, they was completely on the other side. You know? So this how we know it's talking about these Israelites. You know, it's talking about the Israelites doing wicked things, going like on some dark secret shit, man. You know? So that's really the point. You know what I'm saying? I think we pretty much touched everything. I'm gonna go ahead and cap this off. This is I think I got it pulled up. Okay, now to go into this, because you need to understand all that. Oh damn, I was supposed to play this. You know, the Illuminati in the Bible, man. The Illuminati is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You go into Exodus 30 and 14. To like 34, and you start at 12. You go into Matthew, the 4th chapter. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with pretty much the devil coming to the Lord and basically trying to get him to sell out to his world. Because you got to think, the Lord say He the author and finisher of our faith. So everything that the Israelite, he the whole thing, you know, the whole thing. You got dudes that fall out to try to go and pursue rap careers and stuff, man. You know, because of what the devil sell them in this world. So yeah, you see, because when you watch the Passion of the Christ, they gonna show it to you like it was some gremlin that walked up a mountain and was, you know, which in a sense, spiritually, it did happen, but the Lord was getting plagued in the mind on the same level we could get plagued in the mind just by the deception set up, the detraction set up by the so-called white man. You know, because when you read this, it say Matthew 4 and 8, it says, and the devil taketh him up into an exceeding mountain. You see, an exceeding mountain. This place is really set up. It's really powerful, man. You know, there's a difference between mountains and hills too, by the way. You know, Bible and the hills and mountains ain't the same throughout the Bible. You got hills that go into worship. Hills synonymous with churches. But anyway, moving on. It says, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world. You see, all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. So basically, Yahushua, he was just moving around and he was seeing stuff. Satan was in his mind. That's what was going on. And he was seeing all the glory and all the people that get set up and things to be admired. Pretty much detractions from the fact that Satan is responsible for all this, or you know that this is all deception. There ain't none of this truth. Things to detract from that. A nigga getting rewarded the whole time he's selling out, but everybody loving him. You know, that's not enlightened. The masses is loving him. He's seeing all these things, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou fall down and worship me. You see? And that's what is really going on. You know, the devil, all this stuff, everything goes into Satan. It's all, you might say you would call it Illuminati, all that, man. Really everything, man. The fucking radio stations, everything you look at, advertisements, everything, all of it. You know, one's gonna be models and all this other stuff. You gotta, in order to increase, we read already in Hosea, you gotta sin. And as much as you increase, more than likely in this world, you're gonna sin. And that even go for us, because in order for you to get paid a lot of times, you can't keep the Shabbat. That's sin. You working on the Shabbat in order to increase. Really not to increase, but to maintain, to endure. But that's just how this world's set up. So this is how you know it's true. The more they increase, the more they sin. So these niggas that go beyond the levels of what we got to do just to survive, and they hitting, like Jay-Z said, 9 to 5 is how you survive. I ain't trying to survive. I'm trying to live it to the limit and love it alive. See, that nigga sin is his shit through the deal, you know? He said he ain't asking forgiveness for his sins. And the scriptures say that, man. It literally say that Jake know they sin. And they think since they ain't coming out, they good. Because the devil has given on a world that has of detractions that are so much of detractions, they have detracted from the fact that, wait, you can't do this. Wait a minute, the devil do real. Mama told me the devil real. Like Bobby Boucher, mama said, and that shit damn near, basically that shit true. This whole fucking world ain't nothing but deception, man. You know? She said she's the devil. You know? That shit real though. That nigga was damn, they thought he was crazy. Mama said. And then look, Bobby Boucher, he had to get deceived in order to play football. You know? A woman turned him on. You know, she had to turn him over to that whole world. Like that kind of go back to Adam damn. You know, Adam Sandler, he a fake ass Jew. But anyway, this is Sirach 21:2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. See that? It says, for if thou, and a lot of these Jakes sinning because they dealing with the serpent. That old serpent called the devil was deceived the whole world. On what? On making him think that he don't, oh, it's all good. Oh, we good. Don't worry about it, baby. All that Illuminati stuff, nigga, that shit real. What do you mean? The Lord is coming back. He even got niggas thinking the Lord ain't coming back no more. Because everybody knows damn well the Lord, really deep down, the Lord ain't no so-called white man. But the concept of God has been diluted so much so nobody take it serious no more. The concept of God coming back has been diluted so much to where nobody take it serious no more. Because in the thought process of thinking about that, you thinking of a so-called white man that looks soft as hell, you know? But anyway, so this is why most Jake's sinning, because they're dealing with the serpent. It says, for if thou come too near, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. You see, slaying the souls of men. And that's exactly what happens. And this is a video right here. This was on, this shit, they took it down. This is on an old channel I had. They got deleted. So the video ain't on there no more. But this is a video right here. We're going to play a little bit of this. It's the new moon, Shabbat, you know what I'm saying? This for those of you that's up. Maybe come back and watch it.
Some things we don't even have to say, really. Because as fast as we make the shows, it's just like they're telling you a story before we even start talking about the segment. You know what I mean? That's why we know we can't make the stuff up. We know that we are at the latter times based on what we see in the media and based on what we see in the confusion of our own folk. Our people love to be spinners. I call them musicians. So they're not telling you really that here. They're telling you what you want to hear about following a dream, going to college, etc. But what they haven't told you is the consequences and the choice you're going to be rich, to be amongst the stars. You get that, right? And to be in the limelight, and to walk the red carpet. You haven't told us half the things, not even a pinch, a notion of the things that you're going to have to do if you're willing to be in that limelight of stardom. You have no idea. Now, some of you guys think you know. And the sad part about it, a lot of you think that you can play the game so well that you can make the money. When they get ready to ask you to
see that? Like she got 6s on her wrist. See that?
Yep.
I ain't never peeped that.
join and to accept these oaths, you're going to jump out. Listen, you're playing with the devil, man. Satan ain't going to have that. See, when you come into the devil's square, that's the masonry. That's why I call it the square. When you get ready to cross over, you can't play with Satan like that because he already knows. If you know who Satan is and you believe in him, you're not going to do it. Because he knows that you know the consequences that the most high most likely is going to be with you because you can't partake with both tables. But you got folks out there, especially a young crowd, that they think they got so much swagger that they can play both sides and they get caught up. You know, I mean, I just want to do it for the artistic of it. That's what they say, right? I'm just going to show my art that I'm getting out. But Satan knows how you think because you're coming in his territory with no light. When you come in his territory with no light, he knows the Lord is not with you. So he has a chance to do whatever he wants to you. There was a brother that almost drowned in 2006 or 2007. I put it on Facebook for you brothers and sisters to gravitate to. And I know only a handful looked at it. Right? And the reason I said that because it was something interesting that the brother saw when he was on the other side. And how he described it lets me know that the brother was on the other side. See, it wasn't so much of this beautiful light that everybody talks about. He came back in the da-da-da-da. What he described is exactly how the darkness is when your soul, you're going to be introduced to Satan.
See that?
So the brother saw too.
Niggas, this is how bugged out niggas is, man. And Kanye put this on fact. He put this on stage for everybody to see. But it's what the damn devil. This is what he deceived the whole world about. This is the most major thing. You know? So the thing could continue possibly. You know, I'll put like a few more seconds and that'll be it.
What he thought was light was two pillars. And it was two stones of light, which was lit to light up Satan's territory. And the thing that how he described Satan was really the Baphomet. But see, this brother had no idea he was describing the Baphomet. He said he had a head like a horn and a real king-like face. Well, that's the Baphomet. We've been telling you forever that the Baphomet is nobody but Satan. He plays both parts, male and female. You see this, right?
All right. So yeah, that's it. You can check that out on your own. All right. They fuck around trying to take it in. Anyway, so point being, man, the devil exists, you know, and he's deceived the whole world with means of setting up celebrities that look like they paid and they not, you know, and you know, it's a world of actors and they, you know, paid and love, but really they are sodomites and miserables and, you know, miserable and they're the Israelites, you know, going against the Lord and completely abominable, you know, but yet through those same things, people can't see through it. They just can't see through it, and it allows them to not see that the devil real. You know? You know? It makes it to where they can't see the devil world, and he knows that, which winds us down to this now. Chris Rock, G.I. Jane, Oscars joke about Jada Pinkett Smith was not in the script source to say. Now, there's a brother. I'm gonna play the video real quick. Supposedly it came out, I believe, that it was in the script, and I think one of the damn I ain't gotta go on record saying that. I ain't gonna go on record saying that. But nonetheless, they used people. I gotta say this too. People gotta be able to see that this is all fake. All these people being used to just create more lies and for you to not further see. They're that cavern. They are that covering cast over the whole earth. I'm gonna grab that Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death and victory. And that's dealing with the so-called white man, because the so-called white man is death, man. When you go to Habakkuk, in the second chapter, it tells you that he gathered unto him all nations and people and kindreds and tongues. He heaped unto him all nations, people, kindreds and tongues. In the 5th verse, it says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man who keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, you see, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So there it is. And that's through what? These different detracting measurements. Measure these different measures of detractions he takes, creating a whole world of like the Oscars, Hollywood, and all this other shit, man. Which all that go back to, the worship of other deities and gods, and the damn Hollywood tree, the Hollowwood tree. A lot of weird stuff go down in Cali, man. I was living out there. I was among a lot of those areas, man. But it's a covering cast over the whole people, which these people help make up the fabric of, and people can't see. But you got to be able to see that it is a covering which consists of these people, these different entertainment shows, all this stuff around, everything around you, man, working for the devil, for you to not be able to see that he exists, and it is a such thing as wrong. Like, stuff is wrong, and he does have bigger agendas, which is what this is going into. But people don't see that shit. So I'm gonna play the brother video now, and then that'll be it. Say what I gotta say on the article. That'll be it. Okay, come. Check it out. So this is from the brother GMS Ancient of Days Unfolded. And he titled this, Let William Cooper Tell You Why Will Smith Slapped Chris Rock. If you don't know who William Cooper is, look it up.
That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player, one team, $6 million a year. Can you believe this? And why is that? It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive? And when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor, he sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. He has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world. So that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is. So they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated. So they don't ever question the emperor. That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets, and they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays
look them up yourself. All right. But anything with man. Yeah. It's a mass move that the damn devil about to make, man, with the spirit. You know, we know the prophecies, but we don't know exactly how the Lord is gonna allow these certain things to come about. And it's standing time right now. Something's gonna happen, man. You know, the Ukraine, gas, that ain't really enough. You know what I'm saying? So people say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. You know? And they got people really looking at this matter like this was destruction. This shit was scripted. You know, this shit was set up. You got a war show where people are being awarded for being elite at detracting you from what is really going on and the fact that the devil exists. And that he's getting ready to come down with great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. To the point they will give this. And it literally got niggas in the front. Like Jim Carrey came out of nowhere and revealed himself to be a goddamn devil. Like, damn, I didn't even know you was like you a real devil. I thought you was exposing these niggas. They got this nigga on payroll. Jim Carrey comes out and out of everything he want to speak on is Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. Get the fuck out of here, man. We gotta think y'all fool. You know, not the elect. You're not gonna fool the elect. You niggas is retarded, man. That shit was staged. So they some reason they want to really dilute people's attention for some reason. So just know something about something they're gonna do something, man. You know, because it's been too much of Esau trying to detract from this. Because remember, that's what the devil does. Detract, go back into what? It go back into slander, which is what devil means, right? And detract means what? A person who tries to take away from the quality, value, or reputation of someone or something. Meaning what? That it's a lot of people. My point being what? It's a lot of people that's been saying that's fake, and they was basically saying that it's a picture that show you. It's pictures of damn Chris Rock laughing after them right after when Will Smith turned around and walked off. See that? And what they said was the Esau even went out of his way to speak on that. That's why I was like, oh yeah, this shit definitely fake. Cause he tried to goddamn he tried to damn bro. Hold on. He tried to damn when he started to try to take away from this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely fake. He was starting to say that it was I'm gonna grab it. That's why I pulled this up. He tried to say it was Photoshop, but it's after he walked off. See? Shit fake, man. And then I couldn't even see on the playback him slapping him. You know? I still can't see it. And even if he did slap him, these niggas actors. So the point is, this is really serious that they would do something like this. Because if you did this, right, what to get people to be derailed from what's really about to take place, what's really about to take place there? You know? What the hell is this nigga? What do you need to detract people with this stupid ass shit? Well, these people was already stupid. You know? Ain't like niggas was listening to the scriptures. Fucking nigga Esau need to, you know? Hold on, man. It's a lot. That's basically the point. I'm just trying to find that. We can get up on that. Let me see. Will, my ratings are in the ditch after my last Gatsby. I need you to slap Chris Rock tonight to take the heat off. And that's so facts, because that's what's coming out with the Hunter Biden case. Them niggas, they gonna confirm them niggas working with China. This rats in China, thus exposing all the shit going on right now. So the whole puppet and celebrities working for the elites and all, and the presidents, it's all real. It's all coming out. You fucking people just don't listen. And see, the devil, he going out of his way to make sure you don't catch on. You know? He done shadow banned our channels, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you type brothers' channels in, and brothers will be live. Like, I typed the channel in tonight, right? The brother channel. And they was live on the other channel. They was live on the channel. I ain't subscribed to this particular channel. The brother, he got 2 pages. So I wouldn't even subscribe to the channel I played the video on, but it was still on the timeline. So I seen that they was live on the channel. So I go to search the channel, and the channel come up, but it don't even show they live. It's supposed to show everything, all the activity from that channel. The most recent thing they got coming from that channel was something from a year ago. But the damn channel, the channel been active for, they've been on there. So how the hell you only got someone that is shadow banned? You know? So yeah, it was you can look it up. I'm not gonna look it up, you know, because like I said, I don't want to be gone too long. But pretty much this shit fake, man. You can see this shit fake. You know? It would have been, 1, Will Smith would have went to jail. 2, he ain't gonna do nothing like that. You know? He would have went to, man, it'll be way more, if it was real, way more Edomites would be saying something. Way more. Way more. Where the hell Jim Carrey come? He don't count. He was exposed to the New World Order. No, so, you know, shit is crazy, man. So I don't know. So you can look it up, and it's a damn article. I said I'm gonna look it up, but it'll come up. Look at this shit. I ain't peeped this. They talking about all this shit was fake. He was wearing a face pad. See, this is too much shit coming out, man. You see how devilish this shit is? You know, I didn't even see that. But it's this particular thing I'm talking about. They was going out of their way to say it was all Photoshop. Like it might have been that picture right there. But I seen an article that was going into saying that, you know, Esau was going out of his way to say it was yeah, here it is. Yep. Photo or AI. Yeah, okay. Did Chris Rock really wear a cheek pad when he was slapped? Acting. It's like you got props on damn, you know, on just the damn Oscars. That left-hand side, boy. Niggas think this shit a joke. Some shit explode in your neighborhood, just, you know. This from 8 hours ago. This is US Today. It's US Today. Fuck, you gotta go your way and speak about something so peon, Esau. What you gonna do? You know what you have for the short time. But the devil is come down unto you, because he knows he has for the short time. All type of lies, all type of foolery. The claim photo shows Chris Rock wearing a two-pack before Will Smith. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts has begun disciplinary proceedings because, yeah, that make it seem more real. Yeah, they coming out, they disciplining him now. They saying they about to do this. Chris Rock, he's finally broke silence. His brother Tony Rock says, he's gonna. They asked him on Twitter, what is he gonna do? He says he's gonna respond. This shit, get the fuck out of here, man. Where the fuck Tony Rock come from? What does Tony Rock do? Do anybody know? Cause I don't know what that nigga do. What the fuck movies he playing? Do he playing movies? Nigga like a damn GMO. A goddamn GMO Chris Rock, man. You know? Nigga like a lab-grown a damn lab-grown GMO ass Chris Rock, Tony Rock. That'd be that nigga stunt double in the movie or some shit. But yeah, that's basically the point, man. Something about to happen, you know. And the greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was, convincing of the world he didn't exist, and that's stardom. This is important. That's a very important quote, man. He deceived, and that's really what that means. He deceived all of them that dwell on the earth. That's basically saying what that quote is saying. Now, why? Because he's opposed to what God's trying to do. You know, he's trying to stop us from waking up. He's trying to birth right back. He think he can kill the elect. He think, this nigga just. Man, I forgot how I had to do another Novus Ordos for calm. You know, shit getting real weird. The Oscars, he gets sent up at the Oscars by two so-called black men. Fuck out of here, man. You got anything, brother?
La.
All right, so with that, call La.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Waharakapadash.
Lord willing, you've been edified, you've been, admonishing, and exhorting, So with that, about Allah, Shalom.